Hi friends, welcome to yet another interesting and informative video on partnership, relationship, alright, your partner, because we are going to talk about the Darakaraka, alright. Now the Darakaraka planet, it is at what distance from your Ascendant Lord? That's going to be very significant. What's the relative position of Darakaraka planet and Ascendant Lord in your horoscope? I'm talking about D1 chart or Lagna chart, which is referred to as your birth chart. Now, how many places Darakaraka planet is away from your Ascendant Lord? First of all, what is Ascendant Lord? Ascendant Lord is the Lord of the Ascendant or Lord of the Lagna, which is the first house of the horoscope. In your first house, if you have the sign of Gemini, then your Ascendant Lord is Mercury. Alright? Say your Darakaraka is Sun, and say Sun is immediately in the next house from Mercury. That means your Darakaraka planet, which is Sun, it is placed second from your Ascendant Lord because it is in the next house. Now, what is Darakaraka planet? It is the planet which is at the lowest degrees in your horoscope. Degrees. Alright? Not minutes. Lowest degrees. And that planet is referred to as Darakaraka. Okay? Which is the significator of your spouse or life partner or soulmate. This is a Gemini principle. Alright, now how many places your Darakaraka planet has gone away from your Ascendant Lord? That will be the topic today. So find out in your respective horoscope. Alright, so before I move ahead, let's have a look at the sample chart. Okay friends, you can see this is the chart of a Leo Ascendant native. Okay, in the first house you have the sign of Leo, number 5. Leo's sign is ruled by Sun. So Sun is the Ascendant Lord. And we see that for this native, the Ascendant Lord is placed in the very first house. This is a North Indian style chart. This is the first house. This is the 7th house of relationship or partner. Okay, so first house, second house, third house, and like this we go up till the 12th house. So this is the first house or the Lagna or Ascendant. In the Ascendant or first house itself, the Ascendant Lord Sun is placed in the first house. Darakaraka for this native is Jupiter. Retrograde Jupiter in Aries in the 9th house is the Darakaraka planet, the planet at the lowest degrees for this particular native. Jupiter is the significator of spouse or partner or Darakaraka for this particular native. Now, Jupiter is in the 9th house. So how many houses Jupiter has gone away from the Ascendant Lord? You can see from this horoscope that Jupiter has gone 9 places away from the Ascendant Lord. Ascendant Lord is in the first house, Jupiter is in the 9th house, Darakaraka Jupiter in the 9th house, so it has gone 9 places away from the Ascendant Lord. 9 places away. Alright, so it is 9th from the Ascendant Lord. So find out in your horoscope how many houses Darakaraka planet has gone away from the Ascendant Lord. Okay, what is the relative position of Ascendant Lord and Darakaraka? That's what you need to find out. Alright, so let's get started. Okay friends, if your Darakaraka planet is placed in the same house in which your Ascendant Lord is placed, then we can say that it is generally considered to be an auspicious position, provided Darakaraka planet and Ascendant Lord, they are not inimical to each other. If they are inimical, there could be certain problems, issues in the relationship. Alright, and especially also if they shouldn't be functional malefics, then also there can be certain problems. Alright, even if they are general malefics, there could be certain issues, certain problems in the relationship. But if it's a general malefic, but if it is a functional benefic, then definite. Functional benefic means if it is a lord of second house, if it's a lord of the trinal house is 159. Alright, so then it's generally considered to be a functional benefic. Alright, so find out which planets are involved. If they are neutral to each other, the situation can be more or less good. If they are inimical, it could be a little problematic. If there could be clashes of opinion and all that, right? Conflicts and all, ego clashes, all that. If they are friendly, it's wonderful. Alright, if they support each other or if they are friendly, it's very good for the relationship, alliance or marriage. Also, now the first house, we know that they are in the same house. Alright, so in a way you can say that they are this is a very, very auspicious position to be in, because we know that the first house is not just, it's not happening in the first house, but say your ascendant lord is in a certain house, and if you make a chart which will begin with the ascendant lord, then that house in which the ascendant lord is placed, that will be regarded to be the first house. Alright, so I'm referring to the house in which the ascendant lord is placed. So since it is in the same house, then we can say that in a way it's auspicious, because it is not just trinal, it has trinal relation as well as kendra relation, because 159 they are the trinal houses and 1, 4, 7, 10 they are the kendra houses. So they are together in the same house, so they have both trinal relation and kendra relation. So that means it's very auspicious. It could be a romantic connection, it could be a connection from which you can benefit in life also. Alright, so generally it is considered to be a good placement, provided this conjunction is not getting afflicted, and provided the concerned planets, the ascendant lord and Darakaraka, they are more or less in good dignity and they are more or less well placed. By well placed I mean that they should be free from malefic influences, or even if some planet like Rahu Ketu is aspecting them, then the energy of these planets should be somehow absorbed. Like Rahu or Ketu are connected to foreign lands, research, investigation and so on. Alright, so and their dispositors, how they are placed, so all that will decide and what planets are aspecting them. They will decide whether the planets ascendant lord and Darakaraka are well placed or not. So find out. Now this conjunction, if they're together in the kendra houses 1, 4, 7, 10, it's generally considered to be beneficial. It's considered to be a good conjunction for the marriage. Well, alright, if this conjunction is if it's happening in the trinal houses, which is again 1st, 5th or 9th house, then it's considered to be very auspicious. You can be fortunate because of this conjunction and because of this position of Darakaraka, and it is together with your ascendant lord, conjunct your ascendant lord. So all these things you should find out. If this conjunction is happening in the so-called malefic houses 6, 8, 12, then there could be certain problems, issues, obstacles which you need to overcome. But if it's happening in these houses, and if there is if you support each other, if there is complete trust, if there is great intuitive, intimate connection, a desire to serve each other, sacrifice your happiness for the sake of the other is there, then it could be a connection which could be, over time it can become a bond which may be called a spiritual bond also. That's possible. But if it's happening in the so-called malefic houses, then you need to handle your relationship with a lot of maturity. You need to sacrifice your happiness for the sake of your partner. alright, without expecting much in return, then maybe this relationship can be successful. So yes, there will be challenges if this conjunction between Ascendant Lord and Darakaraka planet is happening in the houses 6, 8, 12. There could be problems. Now all these things, if Ascendant Lord is conjunct Darakaraka and in the same house, your partner will be very important for you. Definitely your life may revolve around your partner. Your partner will, because of your relationship or committed relationship or marriage, definitely your identity will get redefined and you'll be totally, influenced also. It could be by your partner. Now, what sort of influence, that will depend on which planets are involved and how they are placed. So whether it's a positive influence or otherwise, so that you can decide when you look at the dignity of the respective planets. And also we can say that, your partner, okay, again, if the planet Darakaraka is more or less in good dignity, then they can have leadership qualities. They can be focused in life. They'll focus on their ambition, on their desires. They can focus on their goals in life. They can take initiative, not just in relationship, but also in career. They want to establish their identity in life. Alright. But if Darakaraka is not in good dignity, there could be ego clashes with partner. So then it's very important that your relationship is based on mutual respect. That's very important. Alright. So yeah, and it's very important to stay committed and loyal as well. Your partner can be creative, knowledgeable. They may also have intuitive capabilities, and by dint of their intuition, knowledge and creative skills, they can prosper in life. Alright. So they could have entrepreneurial skills. They may want to work independently. They may be people who love their independence, and their sense of identity is very strong, and they may really want to establish themselves in life, and they would focus on their own selves. They would also definitely focus on the relationship. It's possible. You also will definitely focus a lot on your partner after you're in a relationship with them. Your life can revolve around them, as I mentioned, and yeah, you will also be very much attached to them. Definitely your life is going to be changed and transformed in a way after you attach your fortune to theirs, and after both of you become one, then both of you are going to come together and definitely embark upon a wonderful journey, provided Darakaraka and Ascendant Lord or Lagna Lord, they are more or less well placed. Now let's move on to what will happen if Darakaraka planet has gone second from your Ascendant Lord. What will happen if it's gone second, that is in the next house? That means you can gain from this alliance or relationship or marriage to your partner. This relationship will benefit you. You may gain wealth, you may become wealthier, more prosperous after this person arrives in your life. Alright, so definitely. Now again, the planets involved, Darakaraka and Ascendant Lord, they should be more or less well placed. Then you will get wonderful results. Alright, and this conjunction, because of their arrival in your life, you will definitely prosper in life and you will benefit from this alliance. And as I mentioned, you can also amass resources and wealth, and you may amass joint resources with your partner after you enter into relationship with them, committed relationship or marriage. Now what else, friends? So I mentioned the word conjunction. Now in Brihunandinari Jyotish, when a planet is second or in the next house, in the immediate next house, the adjacent house, then also it's believed to be in conjunction in Brihunandinari Jyotish. Because if Ascendant Lord is, say, in the first house and Darakaraka is in the second house, then in Bhrigunandi Nadi Jyotish, we consider the second aspect. The Ascendant Lord is casting second aspect on Darakaraka planet, which is in turn casting 12th aspect on the Ascendant Lord. So this is a 212 conjunction as per Bhrigunandi Nadi Jyotish. So yeah, I mean, you will definitely really, you will look up to them for even, whenever they could be your support system. They will be your support system. Alright, you can fall back on them, rely on them, provided the planets are more or less in good dignity. Alright, so yeah, all these things. You may belong to a different culture from that of your partners, or you may belong to a different geographical region, to a foreign land. Or they may belong to a different place altogether. Different cultural backgrounds, it's possible. And in fact, that would be good for the relationship or marriage. All these things. What else? Your partner may be somebody who's very grounded, practical, methodical, structured, disciplined, systematic, organized, goal-oriented in life. Alright, they can also be detail-oriented. They can be very good at calculation. They can have a logical bent of mind. They will definitely be grounded. They'll be hardworking. They will believe in their own efforts. And they will work hard to do well in their career so that they can amass resources, so that they can amass wealth in life. They can also be materialistic and very goal-oriented. So all these qualities they can have. Alright. So yeah, they will prosper in life if they remain hardworking, if they focus on their own efforts, and if they make use of their intuition, if they make use of their ability to work hard and set goals and work hard to achieve those goals. If they remain focused on their targets and goals, and definitely if they keep chasing those goals, they will become successful. They will gain material success. They will succeed in their material pursuits in life, and they can eventually end up becoming wealthy, resourceful in life. So all these things we can say, friends. So now let's move on to what will happen when the Darakaraka has gone to the third house, right? 3 houses away from Ascendant Lord, right? So that means your partner may come across as somebody who's like a friend to you. They can be very friendly, jovial, cheerful, humorous. They may have a great sense of humor. They may like to share jokes with you. Not just jokes, but even their ideas, thoughts, plans, goals. They will want to share their hobbies, interests. If you also, share your interests with them, if you discuss ideas with them, if you participate in intellectual discussions with them, your relationship will improve. If there is healthy communication, your relationship will improve with your partner. Yeah, all these things. And your partner, more or less, if Darakaraka is in good dignity in that house, you may also definitely always feel that they are intelligent. They can have intelligence. They can be very ambitious. Alright, they can be skillful, and they can also believe in their own efforts. Yes, they may at times love to communicate a lot. Alright, they can be people who are very communicative. They love to communicate their thoughts, expressions, ideas. But provided the Darakaraka planet is more or less in good dignity, then there will be great friendship between the two of you. Your relationship will be based on healthy cooperation and collaboration. And there can also be a great friendship, even great connection. Right? Both of you will like to do things together. You will travel to different places together. You will do fun things together. Your partner may even take recourse to role playing during intimate moments with you. So all these things, if Darakaraka has gone third, it has gone third from the Ascendant Lord, or it has gone 3 places away from the Ascendant Lord. So all these things, relationship should be based on friendship. That's very important. All right. Your partner also may have a very logical and a very logical, they may believe in their own logical reasoning, and they may also have an intellectual approach to this relationship. They are looking for give and take. All right. They want healthy partnership with you. All right. So partnership in everything. All right. You have to be partners in almost everything that you do. So that's what they will want or expect from you. It's possible. All right. Yeah, so these things we can say. Your partner can also be a little manipulative. You may feel that they're a little dual by nature, and also they may also definitely have intellectual capabilities. They may do well in research, investigation. They may have business acumen. All right. So if they make efforts and remain ambitious and keep chasing their goals and targets, they will definitely be able to succeed in life and become prosperous in life. So yeah, all these things, they may be skillful. So by dint of their skills also, they may be able to become successful in life by dint of their intelligence and skills, and also their ability to do research investigation. Now let's move on to what will happen if the Darakaraka planet has gone 4 places away from the Ascendant Lord. Now, it depends on the dignity of the Darakaraka planet in that particular house. All right. So if it is more or less well placed, then you can amass assets, wealth, property with your partner after you enter into marital relationship or committed relationship with them. Because of your partner, you may accumulate assets or property. It's possible. Traveling is a very good idea. Your partner may be very much interested in traveling and fond of traveling, so you should travel with them. When you do that, your relationship will improve. All right, and you'll get closer to each other. At times you may feel that your partner they may have mood swings. At times they may not connect well with you. Okay, so certain fluctuations in their emotions, it's possible. Sometimes they will be very much intimate, sometimes they may be a little aloof. It's possible. All right, now find out how the Darakaraka is placed in that position, 4th from the Ascendant Lord. Okay, nevertheless, if it is more or less in good dignity, they will be caring, affectionate towards you. All right, they will also believe in sacrificing their own happiness for your sake. All right, and yeah, they can be intuitive, even creative, knowledgeable. So they will do well in any field of work in which they require to serve others or make use of their creativity or intuition or knowledge. So all these qualities they can have. Now, so emotional connection is very important in the relationship. If there is emotional connection, if there is intuitive connection, even sensual connection, this relationship will become successful. Now let's move on to what will happen when the Darakaraka planet has gone 5 places away from the Ascendant Lord. That means it is pointing towards a sort of romantic connection. So this relationship with your partner can be based on love. Love is the sole basis of the relationship. True, selfless, unconditional love. Now, again, it will depend on the dignity of the Darakaraka planet in that house. Darakaraka, if it is more or less well placed, and if it is more or less, in good dignity, then definitely your partner can be somebody who believes in acquiring, who will be educated, who will give a lot of value to education. They can also have great family values. They will believe in their own tradition, culture, it's possible. They will also be people who will have respect for tradition and culture. If Darakaraka is more or less well placed in that house, 5 places away from Ascendant Lord, they can also definitely, you will also truly love them, definitely, and they also can love you back. It's possible. And a romantic connection, but again, you may feel that they are also looking for friendship in the relationship, so they can be playful, they can be friendly, they can be skillful, creative people. Creative people, skillful, even knowledgeable people, they will always give a lot of emphasis to knowledge, acquiring knowledge. They can be knowledge seekers. They are looking for, a true commitment in the relationship. All right. So they are very particular about their relationship with you. So they will not tolerate any sort of, lack of trust or commitment. They will not tolerate that. So they are looking for a committed relationship based on loyalty, trust. All right. So, and sense of duty. Duty and responsibility is very important for them. That's of paramount importance. They will be dutiful to you, and they will also expect you to be dutiful towards them. Dutiful and loving towards them. They want you to be their friend, to always be by their side. All right. So they will also, over time, you will realize they are ready to even, sometimes, they will be ready to go out of their way even to help you out. They can be large-hearted, generous, forgiving also. All right. All that is possible if, if once you win their trust. It's very important to win their trust. All right. And to remain loyal in the relationship. So all these things, your partner will prosper in life if they make use of their education, knowledge, creativity, skills, and even their intuition. Then they can definitely prosper in life. They may have entrepreneurial skills. They will love their independence. They may have leadership qualities. All right. So again, if the planet is not so well placed, your partner may be a little dominating, and there could be ego clashes in the relationship. Now let's move on to what will happen if the Darakaraka planet has gone 6 places away from the Ascendant Lord. Alright, so what does that mean? It means that your partner can be somebody who is very health conscious. They may focus a lot on their health. They may be very, very particular about their health, provided the planet is more or less well placed in the 6th house. I mean, is more or less well placed in that particular house, which is 6th from the Ascendant Lord, or 6 houses away from the Ascendant Lord. So they will focus on small things also. They can be very meticulous about details, very detail oriented, analytical. They'll make use of their intellectual capabilities also. They can also be good at research, investigation. All right. They can go to the depth of things, and in order to gain knowledge. Okay. So yeah, all these things. And they can be very materialistic also. All these qualities they can have. So they will do well in any field of work which is connected with the use of, which is connected with the use of analytical skills and powers. They can also be in the service sector. Somehow they can have this desire to serve others. So they may be interested in social service later on. Now in this relationship also, if the planet is more or less well placed in that house, 6 places away from the Ascendant Lord, then if it is really well placed in some benefics like Jupiter is aspecting, then they can also be people who may want to serve you, help you in every way they can. They may assist you in your day-to-day work, or you may assist them in their day-to-day work. And this relationship will be based on mutual cooperation, helping each other in day-to-day life, never taking each other for granted. All right. So, and also maintaining a routine sex life. They may want to do that. And they may also be people who may be willing to make efforts in the relationship. It's possible. But again, if the planet is not well placed in that house, they may get over analytical, over meticulous about things. And then they may get argumentative. They may, argue even over small matters. And then there could be quarrels, there could be fights, disagreements, differences of opinion, clashes of interests, which could lead to conflicts and bitterness in the relationship. So that is also possible. All right. If they're over meticulous and over analytical, because excess of anything is bad. So yeah, now they can be a perfectionist. They may look for perfection in everything. So that is also, if they are if they look for perfection in everything, then it's maybe it's not always possible to attain perfection in relationship with partner, because no human being is perfect. We all have our own follies, flaws, and shortcomings and weaknesses. But if then your partner is somebody who is a perfectionist, who always want things to happen in a certain way, and they're not ready to make any sort of compromise, then there can be conflicts in the relationship. Alright, nevertheless, your partner can be people, your partner can be a person who can be very good at healing. They could be very good in the service sector, in the field of law. They could do well in the healthcare industry. So all these things in the field of technology also, and research investigation. Now let's move on to what will happen if your Darakaraka planet has gone 7 places away from the Ascendant Lord. 7th house, 7th from the Ascendant Lord, that is a house of partnership, even sexual attraction, great physical connection, or great sexual compatibility is possible if the Darakaraka is well placed in the 7th house. Alright, you also will be, both of you will team up together to chase common goals, which will improve your relationship, and also your partner will want you to always be there for them. Alright, and you also want the same. You want to do everything with your partner, with their help, with their support. Alright, so you also have a desire to team up with them. Lots of desires, expectations in the relationship you may have, even your partner can have, and you are moving towards fulfilling all those unfulfilled desires and wishes after you come together. There can be intellectual discussions also, alright, and also great, as I mentioned, sexual compatibility. You may discuss your ideas, thoughts, views with them. They can also do the same, and this is a relationship which will be based on give and take. Healthy give and take is important. That is, both the parties will have to make efforts in the relationship. Only then the relationship will work. If it is a one-sided thing, then definitely it's not going to work, especially with this placement. Alright, relationship anyway has to be a both-sided thing. It is a both-sided affair where both two people are involved and both of them are making efforts. Now especially with this placement, it has to be based on give and take. Otherwise your partner may withdraw their support, they may become indifferent to you, and they may distance themselves from you. They will also look at things from a logical standpoint. Even they can have an intellectual approach to relationship. They're expecting cooperation and collaboration from your side, and you're also expecting them to cooperate with you. So if this relationship is based on healthy cooperation, mutual cooperation and collaboration, it will work. And also traveling to different places, to foreign lands, this can improve your relationship. Your partner may belong to a foreign culture, that's also possible. Alright, your partner can do well in business, independent business, partnership business. They may have business skills. They may be good at trading. They may be in the field of law. They may be into counseling. They may be very good at dealing with people. They may be good at social interactions. Alright, so yeah, all these things they can do well, especially in business or in independent business, or even if they are a counselor, into any sort of counseling. All these things. Now let's now let's move on to what will happen if the Darakaraka planet has gone 8 places away from the Ascendant Lord. Okay, 8th from the Ascendant Lord. That means this relationship now has to be based on mutual trust, total transparency, loyalty, commitment, serious commitment, intense, passionate connection, even the desire to sacrifice your own joy for the sake of the other. And this desire should be there both in you and your partner. Okay, so because this relationship should be based on forgiveness, acceptance, kindness also, compassion. Only then this relationship will last. Otherwise, there can be problems. If there is breach of trust, if there is disloyalty, infidelity, this relationship will not last. And unfortunately, you can get separated from your partner, all right? And the relationship may even end, all right? On a sad note, it may end even abruptly. That's also possible, all right? Nevertheless, in this relationship, there can be ups and downs. Your partner's life may undergo a lot of transformation because of this relationship with you, or they have undergone lots of ups and downs in their life. They've faced lots of challenges, ups and downs already, and their life will also undergo transformation once they enter into this relationship with you. Because of your partner, your life also can undergo transformation. It's possible. But again, if there is mutual trust, if there is true commitment, then this transformation will be positive for both of you. All right? And you will emerge stronger as a result of this transformation, and your bond will become deeper, and you will move towards a connection which is not just based on sexual compatibility, but which is also going to be a spiritual bond eventually. So all these things are possible. Your partner can be creative, intuitive. They may have, in-depth knowledge of things. They may be people who can be very good healers, occultists, psychologists, researchers, investigators. They could be into technology. They could be connected to coding, language. Into any field of work which is connected with in-depth study, research, investigation. It's possible. All these things, they could also be connected with any kind of work which has to do something with investments. So they could be in the investment sector. Now let's move on to what will happen if your Darakaraka planet, if it has gone 9 places away from the Ascendant Lord. That means you can be fortunate because of your partner's arrival in your life. They can bring good luck, good fortune into your life, provided Darakaraka is more or less well placed in that house. Your partner also will love you a great deal, and there will be a lot deep-rooted romantic connection also in the relationship. Okay, this is a trinal conjunction as per Vrigunandinari Jyotish. If Darakaraka has gone 9 places away, right? So this is called a trinal conjunction, which is very auspicious. There can be growth, expansion. You can attain prosperity in life because of your partner's arrival in your life. All right. Again, the planet shouldn't be much afflicted. Look at its dignity. In that house, 9 places away from the Ascendant Lord. Your partner may belong to a different geographical region or to some different cultural background or foreign culture. It's possible. Your partner may be fond of traveling. They can be optimistic, explorative. They may want to travel the world. Whenever you travel with your partner, your relationship can improve. All right. Your partner can be goal-oriented in life. They may want to bring about a positive change in their life by dint of their knowledge. They can be knowledgeable. They believe in acquiring higher knowledge, higher education. You may turn to them for counsel, for advice. It's possible. They can guide you. They can be very good at counseling, teaching. They can be a professor, teacher. They can also be good healers. They can have managerial skills. They can do well in the field of law. In any field of higher knowledge, they'll do well. They can also be somebody who's very religious minded, even somebody who could be into religious practices. That is also possible. They may follow their tradition. They will never believe in compromising on their moral principles because of their gains. There will be a sense of duty towards you. All right. This relationship will work if there is mutual respect in this relationship. You need to definitely treat them with respect, and then you will be treated in the same way by them also. So it is very important for them. Their life goals, for them their identity is important. They can also have leadership abilities. It's possible they can also be courageous, but nevertheless they'll be people who will be very balanced in their judgment. They can have a lot of knowledge, wisdom. All right. So all these qualities your partner can have. if Darakaraka has gone 9 places away from the Ascendant Lord. Okay, so yeah, they will do well in life if they go on acquiring knowledge, or if they make use of their creative skills or intuition, they will definitely succeed in life. Now let's move on to what will happen if Darakaraka planet has gone 10 places away from the Ascendant Lord. Alright, if the Darakaraka planet is more or less well placed there, then your partner can be a provider in the relationship. They may want to take responsibility of you. They will take your responsibility. They will be dutiful towards you. They will treat you with a sense of justice. They will believe in a sense of justice. They believe in justice. So they will never do any sort of injustice to you. But if the planet, Darakaraka, 10 places away from your Ascendant Lord, if it is getting afflicted, then they may be controlling, dominating. They may also treat you unfairly, unjustly. And as a result of that, you may suffocate in the relationship and get distanced from your partner. So if the Darakaraka is in more or less good dignity, then this relationship will be based on mutual responsibility. Also. And your partner especially will be very much responsible towards you. And they will shoulder all responsibilities pertaining to this relationship or marriage. They'll shoulder all these responsibilities with, great efforts. They can also be people who are materialistic, who believe in hard work, who believe in making efforts, so that they can amass wealth and resources in life. So all these things, they can also be intuitive, because after all, they can be people who have intuition and people who are also capable of managing things very well, managerial skills. They can be great. They can have great organizational skills also. All right, and they'll be hardworking, materialistic, even very practical. So all these qualities they can have if the Darakaraka planet is well placed in that house 10 places away from the Ascendant Lord. Now let's move on to what will happen when the Darakaraka planet has gone 11 places from the Ascendant Lord. Alright, so definitely if Darakaraka is more or less in good dignity there, your partner will be very ambitious. They will have great goals, wishes, desires in life, and they will work very hard and make efforts by dint of their intelligence, intellectual capabilities, by dint of their skills. They'll be able to achieve their goals and realize their goals and ambition in life, and they'll become very successful, very prosperous in life over time. But if the Darakaraka planet is not so well placed in that house, then they will run after illusion. They can live in their own world of fantasy, and they may never ever arrive at their goals or targets. It's possible. Alright, so nevertheless, your partner may be somebody who is a little unconventional. They may come across as somebody who has unconventional thoughts, opinions, beliefs. They also can have a very cerebral or intellectual approach to relationship. They're looking for a healthy give and take in the relationship. They want you to be friendly, understanding. They love their individuality and freedom. Nothing is more precious to them than their own space. Alright? They love their sense of individuality. So you should never interfere or with their space. With the space, at times they want space for themselves. So that is important. So that you have to understand. Alright? But there'll be times when they will also want to team up with you. Alright? So all these things, they're looking for healthy cooperation and collaboration from your side. Traveling together to different places definitely will improve the relationship. Chasing common goals also will bring you closer together. And this relationship definitely should be based on friendship and healthy cooperation and understanding. Then this relationship will survive. Your partner may belong to some foreign culture, different culture, or they may be somebody who is very unconventional. Their way of looking at life is very, unconventional. They look at life from a different perspective. There can be something unusual, strange about your partner, even something eccentric. It's possible. Alright? So, yeah, all these things. At times you may feel that it's very difficult for you to, really understand your partner. Yeah, it's possible. Nevertheless, there'll be people who will be, once they set a goal in life, if again the planet is more or less well placed, then they'll be, kind of obsessed with that goal. They can have humanitarian qualities also. They may definitely protest against injustice done to the unprivileged or done to anyone, even done to themselves. They will never tolerate injustice if their Darakaraka is more or less well placed in the 11th house, and they will raise their voice against even social injustice. They will want to bring about a change, a positive change in society also, in the community also, and they will also want to achieve their goals, ambition in life. So all these things, they can do well in research, investigation, because they have intellectual capabilities, great observation powers, and great analytical skills, research skills. They can do well in technology, into any field of work which involves, the use of intuition and analytical powers. They can be healers, they can be occultists, they can do well in the field of technology and innovation. Now let's move on to what will happen if the Darakaraka planet has gone 12 places away from the Ascendant Lord. 12 places away. Your partner may belong to a foreign land. That means Darakaraka planet is 12th from the Ascendant Lord. So 12 places away. So if they belong to a foreign culture, different geographical region, it's good for the alliance, relationship or marriage. Your partner can be creative. If the planet is more or less well placed, they can be creative, intuitive, even knowledgeable. They can be forgiving. They can be very mature also. Eventually they will mature. They will become very mature in handling the relationship. They will let go of petty matters and they will focus on the bigger picture, the bigger goals that they, will set in the relationship, and they will just want to, surrender themselves to you, and they can be very much devoted to you, and they can also be, they will look up to you always. They will want their support. They will want your support as well, and they will also be willing to, surrender themselves to you. They will, believe in acceptance. They will believe in forgiveness, compassion. They will also not hesitate to sacrifice their own happiness for your sake. It's possible. So all these qualities, very large-hearted, generous, forgiving, compassionate, all these qualities, besides being creative, intuitive, and knowledgeable. So all these qualities, they can do well in independent counseling. They can be counselors, healers, teachers. They can do well in psychology, in language studies, or if their profession is connected to language teaching, coding, technology, in any of these professions, spiritual practices, occult practices. These are all professions. They may be connected to charitable organizations, and they may be engaged in charitable activities. All right. So if they do that, they will also prosper in life. So yeah, but again, there should be healthy sex life also. Otherwise, there can be problems. You may get distance from each other, and over time, there should be a deep-rooted spiritual connection. Now, again, if the planet is more or less well placed, there'll be great sexual compatibility, and over time, what will happen? There'll be a spiritual connection. Your partner will have a spiritual connection with you. It's possible, because Darakaraka has gone 12 places away from the Ascendant Lord. So all these things, okay. So yeah, and so this relationship will work definitely if it is based, as I mentioned, on forgiveness and compassion. That's very important. So yeah, and at times, again, if the Darakaraka planet is not in good dignity, your person may have a duality of character. You may feel that it's very difficult to understand, what they want. All right. So they may come across as people who are confused or lost. So it's possible. All right. But your person also can be somebody who lives in their own world of imagination, ideas, fantasies. It's possible. So they can be very imaginative, creative. So you may feel that they're detached from reality. Okay, it's possible. And then you may withdraw your support, or you may get distance from them if you think that they are weird and they are totally impractical. It's possible. But you should understand that this is their nature. That is because initially they may be a little immature, but give them some time, you know. You should also be understanding towards them. Maybe over time they will definitely develop, you know, they will have better clarity, and this relationship, you know, will develop into a bond which is totally a spiritual connection. So you should also need to have patience with them. All right, and if they are lost, you need to support them. That's important. So all these things, friends, if the Darakaraka planet has gone 12 places away from the Ascendant Lord. Okay, so yeah, that was my take on what will happen if the Darakaraka planet has gone certain houses away from the Ascendant Lord, the relative position of the Darakaraka and Ascendant Lord, what it can say about your partnership, about your, you know, soulmate, about your life partner, and how your relationship is going to be with them in this life. All right, look at this position in the D1 chart. All right, friends, if you want consultation, details are there in the video description. Do subscribe if you haven't. All right, and before I wind up, be kind to animals, birds and creatures, friends. Try to be a vegetarian. Please donate vegetarian food to old age homes, orphanages, to people who are mentally, physically challenged, to special children. All right, see you next time, friends. Thanks for hearing me out patiently. See you next time. Take care.